Hackers have been hiding secret messages inside innocent-looking files for decades. And the techniques are so simple that once you see how it works, you'll never trust a meme the same way again. This is called Steganography, hiding data inside other data, and it's used by everyone from cybercriminals coordinating attacks to activists evading surveillance to people sending messages they don't want anyone else to find. The scary part is you've probably downloaded files with hidden data and had no idea because it's completely invisible to the naked eye. Start with image steganography because it's the most common. Every image is just pixels with color values. A simple bitmap has RGB values for each pixel, like 255 for red, 128 for green, 64 for blue. If you change the last bit of each color value from, say, 255 to 254, the color difference isn't visible to human eyes, but you just stored one bit of data. Do this across thousands of pixels, and suddenly you've hidden an entire text file inside a cat picture, and nobody can tell by looking at it. The tool everyone uses is StegHide for Linux. Installed with apt install StegHide. Hide a message with StegHide embed-cf image.jpg-ef secret.txt-p password. And your text file is now embedded in the image protected by a password. Extract with StegHide extract-sf image.jpg-p password. And boom, the hidden message appears. The modified image looks identical. Same file size, roughly, no visual artifacts, completely undetectable unless you specifically look for it with Steg analysis tools. LSB, least significant bit encoding, is the technique. You're modifying the last bit of each byte, which changes values minimally. An image with millions of pixels can hide megabytes of data. I've seen people hide entire zip archives with malware inside innocent JPEGs that get past email filters and antivirus because the container file is just a valid image. Open it in an image viewer and it's a normal picture. Run StegHide on it and suddenly there's a payload. Text file steganography is sneakier. Unicode has invisible characters like 0 with spaces, 0 with non-joiners, 0 with joiners that don't display but are technically there. You can encode binary data by inserting patterns of these invisible characters between normal text. To anyone reading it, it's just a normal paragraph, but hidden in the white space is your secret message. Tools like Stegsno for text files work by modifying whitespace and invisible characters, completely undetectable unless you hex dump the file. Another technique is hiding data in file metadata. EXIF data in images stores camera settings, GPS coordinates, timestamps, but you can stuff arbitrary data in custom EXIF fields. EXIF tool lets you write whatever you want into metadata fields. And now your message is in the file's metadata, readable with EXIF tool, but invisible in normal image viewers. Cybercriminals use this for C2 communication. Malware downloads seemingly innocent images that contain commands and EXIF data, telling the malware what to do next. Audio steganography hits data in sound files by modifying the least significant bits of audio samples. Same concept as images. Human ears can't detect tiny changes in waveform amplitude, but those changes encode data. Tools like Deep Sound for Windows let you hide files inside MP3 or WAV files with password protection. Extract with the same tool. I've seen APTs use audio file steganography to exfiltrate data because security teams aren't scanning music files for hidden payloads. Network steganography is advanced, hiding data and network protocols themselves. Tools like Iodine create tunnels through DNS. You can exfiltrate data from networks that block everything except DNS because DNS is required for basic internet function. Security teams often don't monitor DNS traffic closely. File format steganography exploits how file formats work. Zip files can have data appended after the archive that doesn't affect the zip but is still there. Polyglot files that are valid as multiple formats simultaneously, a file that opens as both a JPEG and a zip depending on how you parse it. Hackers use polyglots to bypass upload filters, upload a file that looks like an image to a web app but is actually executable code hidden inside. Real-world use cases are everywhere. Cybercriminal forums distribute malware hidden in memes posted on legitimate sites. Users download the image, extract the payload with the right tool and password shared out of band. Activists in oppressive countries hide messages and images posted to social media evading government surveillance because the platforms don't scan for steganography. Red teamers exfiltrate data during pen tests by embedding stolen files and images posted to public image hosting sites. Detection is hard because there's no universal signature. Steg analysis tools like StegExpose or StegDetect analyze images for statistical anomalies that suggest hidden data, but they're not perfect and generate false positives. If you know the tool and password used, you can extract easily. Without that information, the data might as well not exist. That's why steganography works. Security through obscurity combined with encryption. Even if someone suspects hidden data, they can't prove it or extract it without the key. That's why steganography works. Security through obscurity combined with encryption. The practical application for hackers is covert communication. Instead of sending encrypted messages that scream, "I'm hiding something," you send normal-looking files that nobody suspects. Post the meme to Twitter, your recipient downloads it, extracts the message with a pre-shared tool and password, communication complete with zero suspicion. Way better than encrypted messaging apps that are monitored or blocked in some countries.